Between 2015 and 2020, when the entire civilized world shut down, I had a very successful teaching practice at a great facility in West London called Bell Studios. We sadly lost them when the pandemic took hold and their business just evaporated overnight, as was the case with so many small businesses and medium-sized firms. But during the years that I was there, I saw a great many students and actually forged lasting friendships with quite a few of them. And maybe some of you watching were some of my regular or less regular visitors. But during that time, whenever I did a lesson, I would always write notes specifically focusing on what the student was doing, what the issues were that were arising, and what the recommended course of action was to remedy certain things and improve certain areas, so that the next time I saw the student, I would know exactly where we were. And there was something that used to come up a lot, because I would get a lot of players, many of them professional musicians, with successful working careers, but who wanted to get a little deeper into playing jazz drums. And there was something that would happen all the time, or something that would happen very frequently, was they'd start playing and get a good feel on the ride cymbal, get the 2 and 4 on the left foot happening in the right place. But within a matter of maybe 12 or 16 bars, they'd start doing this, which has got no place in a jazz rhythm section at all, unless you're playing something very, very specific and extremely retro. But that's not the kind of comping that anybody wants to hear. So why was that happening? It's a very good reason why that's happening. It's because these students had maybe subconsciously imprinted a time center where they were entirely focused around bass drum and snare drum. Because if you're a groove player, that's where you are, whether you realize it or not, that's where you're centering your time. And one of the biggest things to get people to feel more comfortable and to sound more authentic in a jazz context is to get them away from that and get them to center the time on the ride cymbal and the left foot. And it's just one of those imprinted habits that you have to look at undoing. And sometimes those imprinted habits, and goodness knows we've all got them, can be some of the most difficult things to address and remedy, particularly if they've been in your playing for a long time. I can still find myself doing things that I've been doing since I was 14 or 15, and I'm still trying to sort them out. So, it's the same for everybody. And one of the other things that goes with that, the other side of that coin, is the whole issue of internal balance. And a few years ago now, I came up with a little analogy for how we should balance our 4 limbs, the internal dynamic of the 2 hands and the 2 feet. And that's just to visualize a mixing desk with 4 faders on. Right hand, right foot, left foot. And think about actually being aware of the relative balance of your 4 limbs, because that's the key to a good drum sound. And that doesn't matter what style of music you're playing. If you're playing jazz and you're comping, that left hand is far too loud. But if you play the exact same stuff, it's going to sound authentic. So really focus on this relationship between authenticity and internal balance between the hands and feet. And it means you'll get to the gig sounding better. Listen to any great record, and I know they're engineered, I know they're mixed, but listen to a great drum balance. Some of these drum isolated recordings of classic music can be really, really informative from that point of view. So check them out. Think about your time center, think about your internal balance, think about what's the right internal balance to sound authentic in the specific genre in which you're playing at any given time, and you'll be enhancing your musical awareness perhaps more than you thought was even possible. I'll see you next time. Take care.